Args, how are we doing?
I'm doing well, FSG. How about yourself?
I am doing not bad at all, mate.
Excellent, excellent. We've just been having a bit of a chat beforehand. Got a bit of a plan sorted for today.
We do. It's finally come to the point where we're not having to go back to the bank manager cap in hand for more money. We can sell some crop and make some serious cash today.
We do. We've what have we got? Canola and barley we're going to go and get sold. It's not quite at the optimum price, but we want to free up a little bit of cash for something else a bit later on.
That's right, yeah. It's going to be an exciting episode, this one. We kind of start to see the fruits of our labour come to the fore.
I think that's a very good way to put it. But that's not going to be all we're going to do today. We've got a couple of fields of sorghum to get harvested as well.
That's right, yeah. It's busy. It's busy. So, first things first, we are going to sell that canola and barley, aren't we?
Yeah, I think they're going to different sell points. So I wonder if one of us takes barley and the other goes to canola and we head in different directions and just take care of our own patch.
Yep, no, that makes sense. Totally makes sense. Any preference on crop?
Not at all. You can choose.
All right. Oh, I don't know. Well, I'll take barley. How about that?
All right, I'll take the canola then. All right, let's go get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Aussie Farms here with myself and the Farm Sim guy. As we've just said, we're going to go and get some crops sold and we're going to make some serious money. I think we've got about 280,000 litres of each. So it's about, I can't remember what the capacity of these truckloads is, probably 3 or 4 truckloads running back and forth with this. But it's going to keep us busy for a wee while, get all that sold. Just going to let FSG get hooked up to his trailer. He can head off and get the barley and then we will get the canola. What's going on there? Didn't want to take the trailer with him. There we go, that looks better. But yes, we're going to take the canola down to, I think, just having a look here in time saving stock check, we're heading to Grain Corp with the canola, which actually up in town. FSG's taking the barley down to the grain exporters, which is just down the road. It's the big open pits. But as you can see there, we are selling at a little bit of a loss, a bit more there on the barley, 116 grand. The canola's not too far off maximum price. We're taking about a 9 grand hit, but like we said, we do want to try and free up a little bit of money while we can. We've also got the chickpeas sitting down there, 270,000 litres, $270,000, and not to mention the cotton, but of course, we've got other plans for that. So that is what we are going to go get done today. Now let's jump up here into the Kenworth. Also beautiful. I hopped on the left-hand side, but of course this is a right-hand drive version, which is quite nice. True to being in Australia. We head around the corner here. We're going to go to the bins. FSG there in front of us already getting loaded up. Of course we're not in a hurry, but he will have to get that done. And we'll get filled up with some canola and head on off. Other jobs for today, like we said, we are going to try and go and get the sorghum harvested, which would be good. Be good to get that out of the ground. We've got that field that we harvested last time, the last cotton field, which we could get down to processing and ploughing, cultivating, getting ready to plant into that. And of course the fields behind us, which had the cotton in it, we've also cultivated those and they're actually ready to start planting too. So we'll just have to figure out what we're going to do with all of these. But there we are. We'll go and get some canola into the trailer and we'll head off. Alright, there we are, 87,000 litres. Get the tarp put up there over top of that. And good thing I double checked actually. We're heading down to the big open pits, which is Osgrain. FSG's headed to one of the other silo complexes. I saw him heading off in that direction, heading north, and I thought, oh gosh, where's he going? Is he going the wrong way? But fortunately I checked, otherwise I would have been the one heading in the wrong way, and we wouldn't have been getting the best price for our crop. So we're going to head south, down onto the main road. We'll hang a left and sort of opposite the big irrigation ditch, big irrigation pond down there, and behind the BP service station there is a grain exporters or Grain Corp, which is big open pit storage. We will be dumping the canola. So we'll go down and find that, get this unloaded and see what we're going to make off a trailer load. 87,000 litres, we had 280,000 litres, so very quick math tells me we're going to need to take 4 loads, 3 full ones and 1 partial load. So we'll see what we get for 1 full one, and that should be able to extrapolate to what we should be earning off this trip. Of course, one thing we didn't factor in on any of that was precision farming bonuses, which we'll also get. So could be quite a lucrative day. Anyhow, get down the road here and go and get this one unloaded. Here we are, just in here on the left, not quite at the BP. Just get ourselves in here and across the weighbridge, and we should be able to go and find where we're unloading. It's like there's a right hand turn here and a wrong way in front of us, so I think that's pretty self-explanatory which way we need to head. Take the right here, head around the corner, No doubt we'll get a tip trigger on one of these two conveyors. I'm going to guess it might be the second one, because the first one does look like it's loading to wheat, but we'll just see how the map's written. No, there we are, we can unload into this one, which is just fine. As long as we get paid for it, I'm not too worried about where it goes. And there we are, money is going up. Let's just wait and see as this unloads exactly how much we're going to make off this trailer. See how much of a bonus we get as well. Alright, there we go, $67,000 for harvest income. Interesting, we didn't get a bonus. I wonder if that's because FSG's unloading at the same time, and so it's still trying to figure it out. There we go, $29,000 from him and a $10,000 environmental score reward. So, interesting. What's that? Yeah, 10% of what was effectively 90 grand between the two of us. So that makes sense. It does calculate it on the total because we were both unloading at the same time. Anyhow, it'll be a bit of a race back now to see who can get to the bin first, get filled up, and then get off with their next load. So, we're going to race back, see if we can beat FSG. Jump into a little bit of a time lapse for this. Great way to sell product is time lapsing. Makes it look like it goes really, really fast when it can take quite some time to get everything sold. So we'll get into it, see how much we've made by the end. There's something nice about hauling crops when you're making a ton of money. Would you look at our bank account, $388,000. We started off on 72,000. So we've 316 up already, and we've got the last 26,000 litres of canola here. FSG's got about 20 or so thousand litres of barley to go and sell. Get this dumped in here. We were right about the precision farming bonus. It didn't award it to us to start with because FSG was unloading at the same time. So you would have seen as we unloaded about $60,000 worth of canola each time, we'd get a precision farming bonus of about 10%. So we should get that popping up here in just a second. There you go, $20,000 and a bit over 10% there is a precision farming bonus, which is good. So we're going to head back down. That has left us well over 400,000 with FSGs to come. So fantastic times here for us on Aussie Farms. But we're going to get back. It's time to go and pull out the two combines and head on over and harvest some sorghum. Now, we're going to need one of these trucks, I think. In fact, there goes FSG's last payment, $6,312 and a $646 bonus. So what have we ended up? 418,000? We'll call it 418. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Went from 72 to $418,000. My brain can't process the maths on that quickly enough, but it's over, what, 350 grand? It's pretty impressive. I'm not going to complain at all. But I did recall, and we have to remind FSG as we drove in there, and we've got sunflowers to harvest after the sorghum, and they are going to require some new headers. So it's not all going on to toys. It is going to have to go and be reinvested into the farm. Anyhow, I was just about to say we'll leave the truck parked out because we're going to need at least one of those over in the field to get the sorghum done, get that out of the field. So we'll wait and see when FSG comes back, have a chat to him, and make a plan for going and getting that done. Alright, and here is the man himself. Nice looking truck combo that. I actually quite like his trailer. I think that's quite a nice looking trailer. Does a good job. Anyhow, let's have a chat and see what he's got to say. So have you spent it all?
That was good, Args.
Yeah, it was. I was just going to ask if you've spent it all already.
No, but I've got some ideas in my head.
Nice. I was driving in and I just said, we've got sunflowers to harvest. We've got to remember to buy some headers for those combines as well.
Yeah, well, let's not go too wild.
No, we won't. Anyhow, that's done. We get 346,000, I think I just figured out. Around almost 350 grand.
Nice little bank account there now.
Yeah.
After months of scraping it together.
I know. So it's very tidy, and still a lot sitting in bins and cotton that's going to earn us some more.
That's right. Right, well, there's a couple of sorghum fields up at the top there, which I kept driving past, which look ready to harvest.
Yeah, sounds good. I figured we'd need at least a truck over there. I don't know whether we should take them both over. Maybe if we took them both over, we could fill in and might even not need any more than those to come back.
That's right, yes. Keeps us in the combines and keeps us moving a bit quicker, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. All right, well, let's go and get things set up, and I'll see you back over there.
Okay, mate.
All right, Autobots roll out. FSG roll out. Let's get these both over there. Make sure I hop in the right door this time. He did a very good job at remembering what side of the vehicle to hop in on. You'd think the Kiwi would remember that, wouldn't he? But anyhow, let's follow him on over. Go and get these set up. Come back and grab the 2 combines. Headers on behind, and we'll go make a start. Probably no need to bring the grain carts over for this. Probably not worth the hassle. Well, there we are. He's not wrong. Those are a couple of good-looking fields of sorghum. A couple of weeds back there that I must have missed when we sprayed them, but that's neither here nor there. They won't make much of a difference to our yields, I wouldn't have thought. But yeah, look at those. Very nice-looking fields. So we will park these up here. Leave them both sitting in the middle. We'll be able to unload into these and then take them out when they are full, hopefully. Well, hopefully they're going to get full really quick and we have to run them back to the yard and empty it out very soon, but we'll wait and see how the sorghum goes and how much it's going to yield. Alright, time to get the headers attached, so I might just
FS22 Args.
all around the corner. Hang on a second. Go ahead, mate.
If you want, mate, I could just cut out a corner for you and then you can unload a bit easier.
Oh yeah, can do. Yeah, I don't mind waiting. Alright, we'll give FSG a bit of room. He's going to just open up the corner of the field for us, which will make it just a little bit easier to get in and unload our header. Get all hooked up. Okay. He doesn't come through and hit us. No, he's all good. There we go. It'll make it much easier. So once he's done that, we'll get everything hooked up and we'll make a start. I'm not sure whether we're going to work in the same field or what exactly is going to happen, but we'll just wait and see. Might give him a yell once we're all hooked up and ready to go. But there we go. It's giving us a decent amount of space now. We can swing in here. Make sure we don't run over on the right hand side. Get nice and straight. Unhook the header there from behind. We'll swing around. We should be able to get in here and get hooked up. So we actually left ourselves not the most amount of space there with the irrigation ditch, but let's try this. Here we go. It's not too bad, even if I do say so myself. Pull that up, fold the trailer up, get that hitch and wheels up and out of the way. We should now be able to turn things on. Get the combine unfolded first. There we go. Be able to... Still unfolding. There we go. Too impatient. Right. Jump into it. Make a start. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
I didn't actually look. Did you set a GPS course up at all or not?
I haven't yet. I'm just running the headlands, so
yeah, okay.
There might even be one saved from last time.
I was wondering that. I haven't bothered looking. I was just following along behind you and thought maybe if you had set up a GPS, I was probably making it worse, but probably just about to do this one.
No, you're good.
Alright. Well, we're well into the field now. What are we, 60% full? I haven't actually been keeping an eye on that. We're only just probably going to make it around the field before we're full. And we've only gone along that edge and we're sort of coming back down here, so hopefully we'll be able to make it back down and around to the trucks without too many dramas. I'll make it a little bit easy for myself by just cutting straight across here. The other thing, because I've done all this so far here in first person, is I'm not sure whether I've been taking a full header width, but hence the reason for checking before with FSG to make sure he wasn't using a GPS, because that really would have thrown him out. Which he wasn't, which is fortunate. So we'll just carry on along here, see how full we get for the rest of this, and then we'll have to be very careful in the other field with those big long passes. We may even have to consider putting a truck at one end and another at the other, or figuring out a good way to make sure we don't have to run too far around the field empty. But what's FSG doing? Is he full already? Crikey. Alright, well, we'll make his job easier by cutting straight through. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
You're full already?
I am indeed. You cut me a wee entrance out
Yeah, I
there.
am. Yeah, I'm only 70%.
Thanks, buddy.
I don't think I was taking a full header width, so...
Ah, okay. Thank you for that.
No worries. Alright, there we go. Once around the field, and that should be good for us to go and unload as well. Turn the heater off. We don't need to be running with that on. Get out, all get out. We'll carefully come along here and see how we can do about lining up here with the truck to unload. We're far enough across? Just. Got close enough to be able to unload? We have indeed. So we go far enough forward where the FSG can get in and unload behind us. Can't really tell from there. Oh, I think I can tell. He might have just collided with us. Ah, what a sight. A couple of combines unloading in the field. Quite happy with how that all worked, doing it all in first person. But I think for now, we'll jump out of the cab, carry on with harvesting, put together a little bit of a montage, and we'll catch up with you once we've made a bit more progress. Alright, well I think that is both our trucks full. We've got 27% left. FSG's probably close to full. Wouldn't surprise me. And we've got a bit of a chunk of the field left there. Probably only one truckload, considering we've got 2 trucks into what we've done. But I think I might jump into one of these and head on back to the yard and get one dumped out. So we'll jump in, head on off. Hopefully be back soon so FSG can empty and carry on. Alright, there we are. Getting this all dumped out down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Done. There we go. We can get out of the way. FSG is over as well. I'll probably just tell them we only need one truck back there, surely. There's no point bringing them both over. Pretty confident we'll get it all in one load. So we'll get this back over there and carry on harvesting. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, Args.
We probably only need one truck over here, don't we?
I think you're probably right, actually, yeah.
Yeah, save you bring that one over and...
No worries, I'll park it up.
Done deal. Alright, back again. Get driven in here under the auger and hopefully that'll start unloading. It has. Perfect. Right, leave that truck parked there and we're just going to jump straight into the combine, carry on with the harvesting. Now we've got a couple of funny little bits here. That's because we can only get up and about halfway back before we're full, so I did that twice. The reason being I figured that we could then go up and turn around and come back down on this one, unload again, and then we should, now that we're getting to a little bit of a shorter section of the field, might be able to just about get up and back. Plus, we've only really got, what, 3-4 passes here, plus the little square in there FSG's got to do, so not too much at all to get finished. So, we'll just race through this and be done in no time. Well, this is us just about done. Just have a look around. There is a little bit down the far end. I don't know if FSG's picked that up or not. It was just the last part of a pass that needed to be done. But we'll go back down, so we have to head that way anyhow and check. If it hasn't been done, we'll pick it up. But that's us finished pretty much, which is good. Another task knocked off, ticked off the list. We'll get everything turned off and head on back down that way. Go and get this unloaded into the truck. It must be very close to being full, I think. I'm not sure how close, but there's not too much space left in it. But I do think we'll have enough to be able to get this unloaded, and justifies only bringing the one truck over. So we're going to get that sorted out. Looks like FSG's packing up and leaving. He's off and out. And we'll head on back over to the yard. Just looking, it does look like to me from here that he did manage to do that a little bit. So there we go. This is us all finished off. And plenty of space in the truck. Probably fit a full combine or two in there, I would imagine. Lots of space. Anyhow, get this all emptied out, get the header taken off, disconnected, hooked up onto the back of the combine, headed back on over to the yard. By the time we've done that, FSG will be back over here and grab the truck, and then we'll see what else we've got left to do for today. I'll take advantage of having a pressure washer on the farm now and make sure that we put everything away nice and clean this time around. Header done first, and then we'll go and give the combine a good hose off. And I haven't seen FSG whether he has gone over. Probably gone to get the truck, I would imagine. Did see his combine was parked in nice and neatly already. Couldn't actually tell when I went past if he'd given us a wash or not. So we will see. Anyhow, that's looking much better. The old Australian flag there, the Union Jack and the Southern Cross. They're looking nice and clean and shiny. Doesn't feel quite right having that flag on the side. I don't know why, but I think the New Zealand one would have looked much better. Anyhow, go and get this backed in and put away. Then we'll catch up with FSG. Well, there we go, parked away, and I don't know about you guys, but one of these things is not like the other. Old habits never die, eh? Oh, at least we can't argue that ours isn't looking nice and clean. I did just hear a truck jake brake somewhere, so we'll go and find where FSG is and have a chat to him what we're going to do.
A successful harvest, Args.
It was, right up until the time you didn't wash your combine.
Yeah, save that for a cold, wet winter's day.
Nothing better to do than get wet washing a combine on a cold, wet winter's
Exactly.
day. I don't think you really get cold, wet winter's day in Australia either, by the way.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
Which means it'll never get washed.
Old habits never die. Oh, it was very successful. We ended up with just over, what, 160,000 litres or something? 200,000 litres?
Yeah, I was about to have a look in time-saving stock check and see what we got. 245,000 litres with a max price of 141,000. Selling in July, actually, so we don't have to hold on to it for too long.
No, that'll be good. More good money to make.
Indeed. Right, shall we tell people what we're planning next?
Yeah, go for it.
So, up in the top left corner of the map here, there are a couple of small plots, 31 and 32. Nicely priced, aren't they, Args?
Oh, yeah, 5 grand
Just
each
over
or something.
five grand. So we're going to buy one of these, and we are going to place our clothing manufacturing business down there, aren't we?
Yep, no, we're going to go and make a start now. We've got the cotton, we've got the wool. That was the aim we set out to at the start, was to make our own merchandise and create the fabric and everything. So we're in a position we can go and start that.
Right, so I'm going to buy plot 31 here.
Nice,
And let's
buy,
head over
buy
and have a
both
look
of
at
them.
it.
Buy both of them.
Oh, really? You're feeling flush, aren't
Ah, 5 grand. It's 5 grand between friends.
you?
Cheapest land in
Right.
Australia, probably.
Yeah, it probably is. Right. Purchased. Shall we head over and have a look at it?
Yeah, let's do. Should probably come down and mow this grass before we build anything, shouldn't we?
I know there's a couple of silage bales on this, isn't there?
If you know any good contractors.
I could think of one, maybe.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, that's ours, mate.
Yeah. Well, it's no good to us without a building on it. Should we put a building on it?
Let's put a building on it, definitely. And, yeah. Where are you going to put it? This side. A bit more space on this side, isn't there?
I think so. I've got to remember where we load. I think the bale trigger and everything for the loading and everything's on the right, so I might kind of actually almost put it central. I did have a play around on a clean save before we did this, so let's have a look.
Don't give away all our secrets.
It's a sound piece of advice to anyone who is placing things on a multiplayer server, is to go and try and do them on a single player save first to make sure they work out alright.
Yeah, excellent advice. Right, Args, do the honours.
I am in there now. Make sure I've got that attached. It's telling me it's overlapping with another object, but we will fix that in just a second. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ta-da!
A little bit of landscaping. Get that done.
Superb signage as well. Look at that.
Indeed, the Aussie Farms Clothing Co.
Now, this is a custom one, isn't it, Arg? So what does this do differently to the base game stuff?
So this one will produce fabric from either wool or cotton. You don't need wool and cotton, which is what the base game one requires. And this one's also a spinnery and a tailor in one, so it will also take the fabric and reconsume it into clothing.
Brilliant. So we've got a one-stop shop here for everything.
That is us. Yep. Covering all bases.
Superb.
Thank you to, I think Mark Haythornthwaite pointed this one out to us and suggested it could be a good option. So thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Much appreciated.
All right. Well, I suppose we should get some bales over here and get it up and going.
Yeah, we better get some stuff into the system and at least get it started, haven't we? And
Indeed.
then we'll see what's happened by the time we come back next week for the next episode.
That's it. That sounds like a good plan. All right. I might just spend a couple more minutes tidying up the landscaping if you want to go and sort out some bales.
I will load up a couple of cotton bales and maybe some. We'll get some wool from the sheep as well.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Right, back soon.
Leave you to it.
FSG to Args.
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Just saying, you might as well buy a forklift or something while you're there.
Ah, good point.
So we can unload stuff.
Yeah, okay. I'll sort something out. All right, there we go. We've picked up a little class Taurian wheel loader. I think that should be a good choice for around here. We need to pick up the pallets once we've produced things. We have to unload the pallets at the other end. We've obviously got the wool bales and the cotton bales as well, so we have to try and get all those unloaded. But here we are, Aussie Farms Clothing Co. I'm going to put a security fence up around it too. We don't want to have any prying eyes in and around here at all. But great looking logo. A little bit of space around as well, loading, parking, storing. Could even put another shed down here if we wanted to. Bring all the bales down and store them down at this end. But we'll just take a quick look in the productions menu. You'll be able to see exactly what it is that the production point does. So there we go, we've got 4 different options. Fabric, wool, which is 2 units of wool to 1 unit of fabric. And cotton's 5 to 3. So a little bit, what's that? It's a little bit less than a 2 to 1. 2 to 1 would be 6 to 3. So a little bit better there on the cotton than the wool. And then we've got our clothes there, which take the fabric 5 into 4. So not quite a 1 to 1, but very, very close. And we can also do cotton and wool into fabric, and that's 5 and 2. Actually looking at that, 5 and 2 gave 4 that way. It gives 10, so we're actually better off while we can to run that one. That one gives a much better return on our inputs. Alright, so here's FSG in with some cotton and some wool. So I think I wasn't really banking on getting a road train in here, but let's just have a look and see if we can pick this cotton bale up. Apparently you can't stab it with forks. I wonder if we can get it underneath it or not. Otherwise it might just have to be a case of pushing it off to get it into the trigger. No. Alright. Argsy at FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
Forks don't stab a cotton bale.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, pallet forks
Oh, well.
at least.
We can drive over with them, can't we?
Yeah, a little bit of brute strength. Push it off.
Can you?
Yeah,
Doing wheelies now.
I think I've got the truck.
Ah, right.
We underestimated the weight that's in a bale of cotton.
Good job, Args.
Yeah, no, it's good to finally have this up and running and having some wool and cotton in there. So we just need to probably go in and turn it on, I guess.
Yeah, let's go and have a look at it, actually. So, you were saying before that actually, if you look at batched fabric, mixed materials, or even clothes, oh, yeah, a mixture of cotton and wool, you get a little bit of a reward in terms of a little bit more fabric, which is good.
Yeah, that's right. So 7 inputs for 10 outputs, whereas the other are the other way around. 2 inputs for 1 output and 5 inputs for 3 outputs. So certainly a big bonus to do it as with a wool and cotton mix. So I will activate that one.
Definitely. The only other challenge is we've got way more cotton than we have wool, so maybe we need to invest in some more sheep.
Oh, well, that's true. That's a reality. Otherwise, we'll just go back to producing fabric from cotton. Which, when you've got however many hundreds of thousands of litres of cotton that we have, I think we should be fine.
We are spoilt for volume there, aren't we?
Absolutely. But just thinking, we should get, well, even just with the wool, we'll get 4,000 cycles out of that. So what's that going to give us? It's going to give 40,000 litres of fabric just from what we've got in there on the wool front.
Yeah. And it's
Actually,
5 pieces of fabric for 4 clothes items as well. So
yeah,
it won't take long to fill up a few crates like that, will it?
No. Looking forward to the next couple of months and seeing what we produce out of this.
That's right. Yep, definitely. Okay, well, that feels like a nice point to probably stop for this episode and see what happens.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully we haven't spent too much money and we can still afford some corn headers or sunflower headers for the sunflowers, because that's going to probably be our next job.
That's right, yep. Hopefully. 159 still in the bank. We might get away with it.
We should be right. And then it's seeding and tillage, and there's always something, isn't there? Buying some more sheep. I like that idea.
Yeah, there's a big old queue of stuff to do, so we're not going to be short of things to do.
No. Very good. All right, mate. All fun as always. You have yourself a wonderful week. Enjoy Llama. Jealous I'm not going to be there, but I'm sure you will have a blast.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I will report back.
Looking forward to it. All right. Have a good one. We'll catch you later.
Take it easy, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, what a way to finish. Aussie Farms Clothing Co. up and running. And look at that, we've already got 50 litres of fabric. So by the time we come back in the morning, another month progressed, we'll probably be looking pretty good with already having a decent amount of fabric. So looking forward to seeing how this all turns out for us, whether it becomes a money-making venture that we hoped it would be to start off with. So I hope you've enjoyed that episode. Lots going on, lots of money made, lots of money spent, and lots of progress made on the farm. So as always, from the Farm Sim Guy and myself, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.